Ladies, ladies, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about the Minnesota Vikings beating the New York Jets. 23-17 reaction to improve to 5-0. Who would have thought the Vikings would be 5-0? Sam Darnold didn't play his best game, but he made some big throws, I thought, in that fourth quarter when it was 20-17 to go down there and get a field goal to make it 23-17. I thought the defense played pretty well for Minnesota. Again, man, limited Aaron Rodgers to 29 of 54. Made him throw 3 interceptions, including one that went for a pick 6. But I thought both defenses played well. There's 4 total turnovers in this game, I think. But it's just the turnovers really hurt New York. One of them went for a pick 6. 5 total turnovers. Minnesota had 2. New York had 3. Both teams had the same amount of first downs, about equal yards per play. Both teams kind of struggled to run the football. So it was really just even. It was just really comes down to that pick 6, really, because final score is 23-17. Now the Jets let Minnesota go down there and kick a field goal when it was 20-17 after they made it a 3-point game. So Sam Darnold didn't play his best. 14 of 31, 179 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. But he made some big throws in that fourth quarter. I'm not going to say his run's a fluke, but I believe in Brian Flores' his defense, because he has an elite defense there. I think Sam Darnold will be fine. Well, it could come back to hurt him, but they're 5-0. People are going to be like, oh, it's hard for you to believe in Sam Darnold's offense. Why? Because he's not one of the guys the media hypes up? Okay. But an ugly win is still a win. You'll take it. But Darnold having Jones and Hawkinson back will be massive. Like, this is a playoff team, I feel like, in a rebuild year. There's lots of good things to take away, like their defense. But as inconsistent as Darnold was in this game, like I mentioned, he still hit 2 key passes on that final drive. 34 yards to Justin Jefferson, and 20 yards to Munt setting up the field goal. Because that was 3 huge points, which forced the Texans to go, the Jets to go for the touchdown, because they were down there. Like, if it was a 3-point game, they could have kicked a field goal, tie the game, we go to overtime. He was off target most game, but good teams managed to win, even on kind of feel like just an off game. But thankful for the defense. That's the only good. But hey, he did what he had to do, so we'll see how Darnold does going forward. But 5-0. The defense played really well. Stephon Gilmore got a pick at the end. Wish he was on my Cowboy. Oh, wait, he was. Until we let him go. Former Cowboy getting that pick to end the game. Van Ginkel got an interception. Will Rockard, I think he made a few field goals. Then he was 3 of 3 on field goals. One of the best college kickers ever. From Alabama. Cam Bynum had a good game, I thought, defensively. Harrison Smith. All those guys defensively. They sacked Rodgers 3 times, and they got 3 interceptions. One from Gilmore, one from Bynum, and one from Van Ginkel, who returned it for a pick 6. So 3 interceptions there. Sacked Aaron Rodgers 3 times. So it was up and so Will Riker was good for the special teams. The special teams overall was okay. But it's just that defense, man, in Minnesota is just so freaking good. And sometimes even in an off game, good teams find a way to win, and that's what Minnesota did. And the Vikings defense on Next Gen Stats, they blitz him Aaron Rodgers on 42% of his dropbacks. They recorded 3 sacks and interception, allowing just 82 yards and 21 pass attempts when blitzing. And Harrison Smith generated 2 pressures. So they done a really good job. And also did Brian Flores, the defensive coordinator. Aaron Jones went down with a hip injury early in this game. He was out. Ty Chandler kind of disappointed, I thought. 14 carries, 30 yards. Really didn't help. The struggling pass game. Their offense has been really good to start this year. It just wasn't good today. I mean, the Jets' defense is good. Like, they legit have a good defense. It's just their offense isn't that great. And it didn't help with all the mistakes, with the turnovers, with the interceptions. Yep, Ty Chandler, 14 runs, 30 yards. Kind of disappointing, I thought. Just a drop off from Aaron Jones to Ty Chandler, man. 7 runs, 29 yards for Aaron Jones. C.J. Ham, 2 runs, 10 yards, had their rushing touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 6 catches, 92 yards. What is happening? Jordan Addison, 3 catches, 36 yards. Johnny Munt, 2 catches, 31 yards. Gaskin, 1 catch, 11 yards. Jones, 1 catch, 24 yards. And Ty Chandler, 2 catches for 9 yards. So now we'll get to the Jets here. Vikings improved 5-0. The Jets, Jets, just in the season. Aaron Rodgers, 29 of 54, 244 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So yeah, hey, Garrett Wilson had 22 targets. So he really targeted him a lot, but Aaron Rodgers wasn't good today. 3 interceptions. It was, I think, a tied career high. Only 54 completion percentage. Now, he just forced the ball over the field because the run game was kind of incompetent today. And there was an insane amount of drops as well. I think Lazard had a few. But the interceptions were the biggest flaw that cost you the game alone, I thought. And I just felt like some of the receivers just weren't on the same page. But the Jets' running game continues to be non-existent. I think it's going to be a problem. Going to the season, there was people who were like, oh, they could be a run-first team, but they ran 14 times for 36 yards. Breece Hall, who came into the game averaging 3.1 yards per carry, finished with 9 carries for 23 yards, and Braylon Allen averaged the same on 5 carries. They need to use Braylon Allen more. But yeah, Breece Hall, 9 runs, 23 yards. And Braylon Allen, 5 runs, 13 yards. And then had 1 catch for 15 yards, and Breece Hall, 3 catches, 14 yards. They just need to get that running game going, man. If they can't, they're going to be in trouble. Garrett Wilson, 13 catches, 101 yards, 1 touchdown. 22 targets, had 13 catches. So, I thought a good game. Tyler Conklin, 6 catches, 55 yards. Alan Lazard, 4 catches, 34 yards, and a touchdown. My God, how many drops did he have? There's just so many mistakes, man. 3 INTs. They had a failed 4th down conversion. A dropped interception they had in the end zone from Sauce Gardner. Alan Lazard with 4 drops. Mid teams don't have these many mistakes and only lose by 6 to an unranked team, or undefeated team, excuse me. But Lazard just had 4 drops, man, like, my lord. And then Mike Williams, 2 catches, 25 yards. And the defense actually got a lot of pressure on Sam Darnold. I mean, they sacked him 4 times and had that interception. But it's just all those mistakes that I listed. It's like the Jets are in these games because of their defense. It's just their offense isn't doing enough to win these games. But you got to give credit once again at the end of the day to the Minnesota Vikings, Brian Flores, neutralizing that running game, and then the defense forcing those interceptions. So yeah, Vikings win 23-17. Vikings next game, they're 5-0. Who's their next game? They play the Lions. So that's gonna be a hell of a fun game there. Lions, Vikings. Count me up for that. So yeah, until next time, have a lot. Peace. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys for the Bills and Texans later on today.